Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Ankur Chani and today we are diving into something super exciting in the Next.js world called streaming. If you have ever wondered how to improve performance on your Next.js app by finding chunks of data as they are ready, instead of waiting for the whole page to generate, this video is for you. We were going to break down what streaming actually means in Next.js, why it is such a game changer for user experience, and of course, how do you implement it step by step in your project. Let's understand first of all that what is streaming in Next.js. So let's move on to next slide. So here you can see that streaming it is a strategy that allow for progressive UI rendering from the server. Work is broken down into smaller chunks and streamed to the link as soon as they are ready. This means user can see part of the page right away without waiting for everything to load. It is particularly powerful for improving initial page load time and handling UI elements that depend on slower data patches, which would normally hold up the entire route. So, streaming comes built right into the app router. So, for this, as you come to know that streaming means user can see a part of the page right away without waiting for everything to load. This is called in which we had to improve the initial page load time and handling UI element that depend upon flow data page. Let I want to demonstrate an example so that we can easily understand how the streaming works. Let's move on to the Visual Studio Code. Now, let me show you how to set up suspense boundaries in your application. To save time, I have set up a route called product reviews over here, and in each of them saying product review. Here you can see we have three elements. One is the product review and review component, and the second is the product. One is the product component, and second is the review component. And in this, if both the component I have added in cat the component. We are here created a folder with the name component, and in cat product and review both are component required under the source folder. So now here you can see if you go to the product.tsx component over here. So here you can see that I have intentionally added added a delay of 2 seconds for the product review for the product page, and for the review component I have also added the intentional delay of 4-second review component. So this delay mimic that if you would like to were actually fetching data from the server. Okay. Now if we visit localhost 3000, type localhost 3000 slash product review. We type product dash review and we press enter over here. So here you can see if you element check in the network tab, we wait for a second to that. Now we check the network and the network tab, and you will see the product review. We go to the network and just reload this particular page. Now if you go to the network, here you can see that in that product review that it will take a time of, we just remove that, we take a time of 4.3 second. That is because it is fetching everything before sending anything. Let's improve before it take around 4.39 seconds so that it can load all the components which are already listed like product review. We already have an intentional delay of 2 or 4 seconds. So it they are providing the time of 4.3 seconds. So now let's use the suspense boundary to improve this. Now back to the code, we can import the suspense from coming from React. Let's import first that we can use suspense in from the React, and in that suspense we can wrap our component such as product and review in the around the suspense. We can wrap product using the suspense we get from the React. So here we have a follower property which will show the text before the product get loaded. So here what we see, I can type loading product details. So as soon as in so we can close that first, and we can copy this, cut, and we can suspend it again. We can also wrap that review component. Also here I can give a feedback fallback to it, and what test we would before loading the review, what task we would like to display, so we can give that task in kind of fallback. So here you can see that I can type loading and reviews. So we already given a set timeout of 2 and 4 seconds over there. So they are. So now let's close and wrap our review component here, and I to remove that, and we can take. Now let's move on to the browser. Let me clear this or reload this, and you can. So here you can see the loading product detail. After that you can see loading reviews. So here you can see that the fallback content which we have written inside, or in the suspense component around the product, so you will see that particular component, and inside you can also see that product if you are loading on time. And here, that first of all, I just also want to show you that one about that once you visit logo plus product plus reviews, product plus review, here you can see the heading is already there, but you are getting that data using the suspense. As soon as the timeout get over, the loading component related to the product and also the review will get changed. So this is how the suspense strategy worked in Next.js. So this is all for today, and I hope you have a clear idea of how streaming works in Next.js and how it can boost your app performance. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help the channel grow. This is Ankur Chani, fan of. See you in the next one. Thank you.